Okay, we're here in Chester, and I understand you've got some problems with the Canal and River Trust.
I certainly have. My name is Mr. Alan Roberts. I specialise in steel corrosion specialists. I travel all over the country doing warships, submarines, pipelines, anything on that side of things. 10 years ago, I bought the Planet Bar lightship, which is part of Liverpool Heritage, built for our city by Liverpool Docks and Harbour Company.
So would you say it's a tourist attraction?
It's basically a tourist attraction, museum piece, but we have got we do functions. You can do. I've got full plan permission to open up as a hotel, restaurant, and wine bar now.
Okay.
I'd say I've had it for 10 years, which being in the Albert Dock afloat. Last year, 2014 to 2015, mysteriously my payment for a cheque had disappeared, which I did not find out of till this year, which was due up in court over this lost cheque. He took me to court over this. Before this could happen, he actually came along with bailiffs, smashed down the doors and seized my ship and took it away over 300 miles away to Sharpness Docks, threatening to scrap the ship. Knew it quite well. I was in hospital, stressed and major operations, and no pre-notice of this was going to happen. Just some idle threats. Basically, you mentioned in court today, which is in Chester Civil Courts, I mentioned about the law in their clauses. That's a little tiny clause. I think it was clause 10.1 of their agreements, basically, which gives them overpower any court in the country that has never been heard of, giving them rights to do anything they want, to evict people, rob the ships, sell the ships. Totally illegal in my eyes, and totally no respect to the laws of the land. They've got their own common law or their own laws or whatever it is.
That sounds like an unfair agreement.
It's a totally unfair agreement. It's totally illegal. I'm absolutely disgusted and horrified by how they can get away with it. And even in court today, the judge couldn't get his head around it, and he couldn't. He was just looking at their laws and thinking it's a law, but it's not. It's totally illegal, and we need to prove this in you'll have to take it to the Crown Court. So
what was the actual amount they were claiming?
£4,250, which after court cost I paid just under £6,000, which was paid. But they'd already stolen the ship before I had the chance to go to court to pay it. He told him, as I said, 300 miles away.
So how much do they claim that you owe now then?
They're trying to say I owe £56,000.
£56,000 for a £4,000 alleged?
Yes.
Which you'd actually paid for, but they somehow lost the cheque?
Yeah, I paid it by cheque, and because they said they'd lost the cheque, this is what ruthless landlords do around the country. So we haven't had the cheque, and basically they come along and smashed the doors down. Bailiffs, police informed, all sorts of illegal bailiffs, by the way.
How do you know they were illegal? Because
we've checked up on them. They're not licensed to carry out that type of work.
No, I want to witness what's going on here. Okay. You're committing
let these guys commit the theft then, if that's what you want to do.
I don't know what's happened to the police. You know, in the 80s, police were proper police officers. Today,
in the 80s, the police would have come down here and you would have been battered and thrown in the back of the van and driven off. You would have been. That is how it used to be. That is how it used to be. So this is what's going to happen. Okay, so
no, this is your opinion.
I'm telling you what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. So my inspector, I spoke to my inspector. He's organised a small staff to come down.
Yeah.
We're going to facilitate. We're going. No, I'm not bothered about paperwork. No, I'm not bothered about paperwork. No, I'm not bothered about paperwork.
Right.
It got refused over 6 years ago when he went to court to try to get a licence to do this, and it got refused because the legal bouncers, basically, the heavy-handed muscle mob.
Basically privately hired yobbos.
Yeah, and the trust actually hired these yobbos to come in.
That's the Canal and River Trust?
Canal and River Trust, CRT.
Have you heard about Lee Ravenscroft?
I have heard the story, which was another legal act.
Yeah, well, that's still an ongoing case. That's due up for a 4-day trial in March. And what you were saying there about the police, Sergeant S. Brooks from Newark, he was at Lee's place, and he actually said, and I got it on camera, that he's quite happy that they have no paperwork to back up the theft of Lee's narrowboat.
Yeah, but that's exactly the same what they've done with me.
Yeah,
So
well-
I'm behind Leah 100% because I will go to the court and I'll give my evidence in what they've done to me
So the police were aiding and abetting these criminals?
by misinterpretation of Canal and River Trust told them and a total bunch of lies to get them along.
The police there then are in breach of Section 26 of the Courts and
Correct.
Justice Act. And
Correct.
you've got to start following these sort of things up. Lee, I know, is following his up, and Sergeant Brooks is going to find himself in a lot of trouble.
I will be taking this to the Crown Court. I'll be taking this all the way. Didn't work in civil court. Nothing happened. Basically, nothing at all happened. So they just left me again now with no outcome and no justice done. So it's going all the way to the Crown Court.
The High Court.
The High Court.
Yeah. That seems the only place you get any justice these days. And like I say, I know Lee's took his down there. What are your feelings on the actual Canal and River Trust?
Disgusted, absolutely disgusted.
Now,
They've had £5,000 off me every year for the past 10 years and over 4,250. But how can you justify taking something 300 miles away at a cost of £56,000? It's totally illegal what they've done and it needs to come out.
Now, they I know in Lee's case they've made mistakes, and they if everything goes the way it should, they're going to end up in deep poo-poo. By the sounds of it, your case is almost identical.
Sounds very, very similar. Very similar. I'm going to be reading up on all this.
And I take it you know that the Canal and Riverboat Trust is actually a charity.
Yes.
And they're going around stealing boats.
Yes.
Every single day.
Well, I didn't know this because it used to be called British Waterways.
Yes.
Basically, just changed themselves, give them a fancy name of a trust. And what they're doing is they're not even acting as a trust. They're acting like more like ruthless, scrupulous landlords.
Now, I believe the solicitor that they used is the same solicitor they used in Lee's case. Don't mention the name,
Yes.
but we know where they come from.
Yes.
And it, for want of a better term, it almost seems like they are involved in the corruption.
More than definitely, most definitely, they are the instigators in this. Totally, all Canal and River Trust.
Roughly, what would you say the value of your ship is?
It's worth probably £1.5 million.
And they stole it for £4,000,
Yes.
and now they want to charge you £50,000.
Yes.
That's just criminality.
It's criminality.
They've been doing this for a long time. I've been exposing them. I know Lee's been exposing them, and I'm glad now that someone else is prepared to expose them, because it is obvious there's criminal activity going on here.
Very, very, very so. Very much so.
Just so you're aware as well, the police have one job. That's to prevent a breach of the peace. If they assist anyone, they're breaking the law themselves.
Correct. And I have rang the police up to report my stick as stolen by Canal and River Trust, and they said no, it's a civil matter. I said it's not a civil matter because it hasn't gone to court yet, and they actually stole it before we got to court. I said, so I want to get them arrested. He wouldn't do it, so I put in a complaint, and I've got the number for it. And also I've rang up the Chief of Merseyside Police and put a complaint into him about the officers not accepting my report of theft to sign and say it was civil, which it wasn't civil, it was out and out theft.
Well, I'm disappointed that you've had the outcome from the court that you have. I must admit, I can't sound surprised.
It's not going to stop there. It's not going to stop there.
So
it's going. It's going.
Did they award them any costs?
Yes, it's cost me £2,500 today to come to find out what I just found out on Friday when I was in court on Friday, just gone.
Now, I was in court with you and I noticed something that I found very odd. They also tried to charge your Mackenzie friend with costs.
Yes, correct. They actually, the solicitors, who I can't mention the name for legal reasons, actually stated to the judge that they were going to bill my Mackenzie friend, which I stood up and demanded that this cannot be the case. I said, because it was me that runs this, I've asked him to help me because I've been seriously in and out of hospital and I needed someone to help me, and the judge agreed to this and said yes, he's not allowing them, the solicitors that I can't mention, to...
This looks to me like these bunch of criminal solicitors are trying to stop people using Mackenzie Friends as well now.
Yeah, they're trying to stop it. Anyway, for me getting help, the average man on the street, I just work in all the naval bases around the country, and I work my socks off to keep this part of Liverpool heritage afloat. And these have got no respect for nobody other than themselves, and totally illegally. They're doing this up and down the country. The more I'm finding out, the more I'm sick and horrified at what they're actually doing around the country with Canal and River Trust. It's our water. It's our water, and it's just a disgrace. It's absolute. That was its excuse. It's our water.
Is this the end for you?
No, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. We are going to fight this. As Winston Churchill said, we'll fight them on the land, we'll fight them in the skies, and we'll fight them at sea, and we will fight them.
Do you have anything else to say?
All I can say is Canal River Trust and a disgrace, absolute disgrace, and I'm absolutely disgusted. And for them to actually sit there and try to give a man who's trying to help a sick person a bill, but the judge just laughed in their face and just said that it's not happening.
But they still tried it.
They still tried it, and the judge didn't accept that, and he shouldn't have accepted half the other things that he said, which is all total fabricated lies. Rule 10.1 of the law system, rubbish.
Now, I did notice that the judge referred to the agreement, and then at one point he called it a contract. Now, I know it was just an agreement, so why would the judge be trying to confuse you into thinking it's a contract?
I'm baffled. I need to see written evidence from this court. I'm going to full worded everything that's got said in court today. I'm going to all wrote down so I can highlight it, and I'm going to go speak to my legal friends that are helping me, and Mackenzie Friends, and it will all come out in the wash, and I will take it all the way.
Okay. Any final words? Yeah, are there any videos of the theft of the boat on the internet?
Yes.
Well, what is the title of that? Is it on YouTube, first of all?
It's actually on Liverpool. It's on a couple. The Planet Liverpool, but it's about the illegal theft and seizure. A few people have actually put it in Liverpool Confidential, and I've got it on Facebook, and it's all over the place.
If anyone wanted to contact you to give them any kind of support, how could they get in contact with you?
You can contact me through my email, which is alan@merseyplanet.co.uk, all lowercase, or you can contact me, Alan Roberts, on Facebook.
What's the ship called?
The Planet Bar Lightship, or the Planet Liverpool.
Now, so if you Googled that, it would come up.
That would all come up.
So if anyone wants more information, Google that.
Planet Liverpool, Planet Bar Lightship, Planet Liverpool.
Okay. Thank you.
And thank you.
No, I want to witness what's going on.
Okay.
You're committing
Let these guys commit the theft then, if that's what you want to do.
I don't know what's happened to the police. You know, in the 80s, police were proper police officers. Today,
In the 80s, the police would have come down here and you would have been battered and thrown in the back of the van and driven off. You would have been. That is how it used to be. That is how it used to be. So this is what's going to happen, okay? So
No, this is your opinion.
I'm telling you what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. My inspector, I spoke to my inspector, he's organised a small staff to come down.
Yeah.
We're going to facilitate... we're going. No, I'm not bothered about paperwork. No, I'm not bothered about paperwork. No, I'm not bothered about paperwork.
Debt Free TV, in association with GetOutOfDebtFree.org.